was wild. And then the obligatory, even though everything works totally fine on my end, I still got to check on Twitch because just because
Actually,
it.
I can pick it up on my phone too.
Okay. Because just because it works doesn't mean it works. So.
I mean, that's almost a guarantee that it doesn't.
Right. All right. Well, I can hear me. Um, and I should. You can hear yourself, right, Pingding? Go ahead and say something.
Yep. Yep. 1 2 1 2. I believe I am here.
Yes. I'm not.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. That means we're
Uh,
good. Hmm. No. Pingding.
yo.
You can hear yourself.
Hang on. 1 2 3. Because you keep talking over me every time. I think I'm hearing myself. You are perfectly timed with the.
Right. The comment.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
My
All
sound.
right. I'm not crazy.
I sound awesome.
Twitch and OBS are just like such a head game that it just.
Well, and of course, yeah. I mean, I've got OBS into Discord
Right.
to your Discord and your Discord out to Twitch via OBS, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's madness.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
madness.
It's. I feel like I'm part of Animal Collective with all the rerouting of sound I'm doing. Okay. But we are live. We are Neophyte Studios. We have a special edition episode today where we're going to interview one of the game jammers that came to us in Jam number 3. And that would be Mr.
Jam number 4 is ongoing.
Yes, it actually finished, so people can go and vote on those games. But as of now, yeah, so that Jam number 4 just finished. We're going to start up number 5 here pretty soon. But for today, we're going to talk to who I thought was named Catan, but it's not true. His name is his name is
Say
Etienne.
Caton.
Catan.
Caton. Yes, yes.
And so, what was that name from?
Yes, Caton is a Roman statesman.
Oh.
It's politics and some philosophy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We know him because was he defends Republic, Roman Republic,
Uh huh.
yes, and he has a huge wisdom,
Uh huh.
yes.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes,
Yes. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes.
Cool. That's very interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Um.
I recognize, admire, and resemble.
Yep. And so we have Catan and we have Etienne. We have Etienne and we have Valentine. And if you wouldn't mind, we introduce ourselves at the beginning of every episode. But if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, what you do, where you're from, that sort of thing, um, that would be great. Whoever would like to.
You can go, Etienne, because I, you are the leader.
I present Valentine.
No, you can yourself.
Just spend the rest of the hour this way.
Yeah.
I begin to speak. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Ah, okay. Can I share my screen?
You should be able to share your screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and share it.
Yes.
So what we will do is we will just move this over
do
here.
You see?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So first I want to thank you a lot. I I I never thought it was possible, and you make huge things to promote video games in college, which is not common, I
Yeah.
think.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start with some quotes. In different language. Yes, there is
Sure.
German. I think you know German maybe.
Yeah. Ein bisschen, yeah.
Okay, Clémenceau speak French, but I put in English and Aristotle in Greek. Gesamtkunstwerk is German. Um, Wagner speak about opera as a Gesamtkunstwerk, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to see video game as a Gesamtkunstwerk with music, with a story, with
Right. Yeah. And
yes, a
the
lot.
idea,
Yes,
Wagner's idea, right, was that every part contributes to the whole. That there's no part of the work that isn't focused on the central themes. Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
The other quote is from Clemenceau. In French, la guerre est une affaire trop sérieuse pour être laissée aux militaires. In English, war is too serious a matter to leave to soldiers. And I think we can do the same with a video game,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes video games are too serious a matter to leave to scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you agree with this?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is our
Yes,
whole charge.
because you are a writer, you are readers, and me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have something to say about video game and something to create. And in video game school, there are a lot of scientists, and maybe not. Uh, there could be more writers and readers.
Mm-hmm.
And the third quote is from Aristotle. Estin un tragodia mimesis praxeus. In English, tragedy is then a representation of an action. I like this, and I think video game is to representation of an action. Um, it represents man in action and does not use narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Man in action, yes. And there is some fun enriched, yes, in Greek, edus meno logo. Uh, I don't see it in English. It's not translated in France. In French, langage rendu agréable. Uh, mime
Pleasant.
pleasant, yes. Is this? I don't see this ID in the English translation. No.
The
So
language enriched. Yeah. Maybe
yes,
enriched is the
enriched, enriched,
agreeable. Yeah.
maybe. So I think these quotes are important for me, and maybe for you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Um, yes, Valentine, can you speak about scientists and literature?
Yeah, sure I can, or I can try to. First of all, I will introduce myself quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I am working in a university in Toulouse, and my job is to accompany um, searchers to find non-academic partners for their projects,
Mm-hmm.
mainly in artistic and social and human disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Etienne said, I'm just quickly going to speak to you about what is education in France. There is a tradition, it's my point of view, but shared by many people. The education has inherited the thing that there is a dichotomy between literary
Mm-hmm.
studies and scientific studies. Literature would be more like letters, like classical letters, books, arts, and also creation, contemporary creation, but in arts, when scientific studies would be turned towards innovation, technologies,
Sure.
and techniques.
Mm-hmm.
So in video game is in between those disciplines when it is more considered to be to be on the scientific side, because moreover, video games are unfortunately considered to be part of entertainment mainly, and it is something you won't make anything serious with.
Yeah.
This is what people think. So there is a kind of shame of using video games into teaching, which is, I think, a shame.
Yes.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
And because we could speak about it later, video games could represent a great opportunity to teach young people new things. And games, in spite of the fact it is recognized as a 10th art, it is not recognized mainly as an art, unfortunately, and as a way to tell stories, which it is actually, or to teach new things.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's it.
Absolutely. I agree on all points. Yeah, it's a very interesting presentation from both of you. I think that one of the things, just to kind of echo what you're saying, you're right there, Pingney? Your thumbsing up.
I'm just trying to figure out where both my cameras are.
Oh, I see.
If there's any place where I can hold my thumb up, you can see it on both cameras.
Yes.
'Cause I'm thumbs up on all of this.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, there's something behind my head. Oh
Yeah.
My God.
Well, so Pingney, I think, has one of the best lines, one of the best descriptions of this, which is that video
I'm
games.
Pinckney, by the way, even though it says pig helmet.
Yeah.
I'm Pinckney Benedict. I'm a professor at Southern Illinois University Creative Writing Program, Department of English, and director of the College of Liberal Arts Digital Humanities Lab, other colloquially known as the VR Lab.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And it might actually be worth talking about maybe some of your background as well, given that you were, I mean, you have a classical education, you speak Latin, or did. I think you still do.
Yeah, and read. Never spoke.
Yeah. But you went to Princeton, yeah. And
Yeah, I didn't study classics there, but yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you learned Latin at the Hill School, right? Okay.
Yeah, Latin and Greek.
Right.
Were a big part of the curriculum at that time.
Yeah, which is very interesting. But you have one of the better lines, I think, about this, which is that, so in the advent of the film, right, of the moving image story, everybody was saying basically the exact same things that they were saying about video games that they are now, and same goes for
It's a waste of time. The novel is the great narrative form, and it was of the 19th century. The novel was the great narrative form.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same thing about television.
Yep.
They've been doing it all my life about games.
Yeah.
But of course they did it about the novel too, right? I mean, novels are written by scribbling women.
Right.
And Sarah can speak to that. How much do you scribble, Sarah?
I scribble often.
You are a scribbling woman.
Yeah.
But we're proud of that.
Right.
We're proud of you.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but it happens with every new and like dramatically more exciting or more visual medium. I mean, it happened with when the printing press, the movable type printing press was invented, right?
Yeah.
That Gutenberg, the Scholastics, right? And what that was a German crowd, if I recall correctly, but they were oral scholars, the Scholastics or the scholars, and they poo-pooed it, and reading is gonna, and this new visual form came out, and because the Scholastics didn't embrace it, because the people for whom oral culture was really important, they just got wiped out by the printed book.
Right.
Right. And so our mission in the Digital Humanities Lab is to try to not be the Scholastics, try not to be the folks who insisted that oral culture was the only culture.
Right.
And then they just got subsumed. And right, how great is oral culture, right? I mean, I bet you none of my students. Sarah, do you have any poetry memorized? You probably have some Tolkien memorized, right?
I've got some some Tolkien. I've got some John Keats.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Got some
What
of the
rough
characters.
face? Yeah. Oh no, that's Yates. Oh my God, I get Yates and Keats confused because they're spelled almost the same.
Oh, damn it, Pygmy.
Right. Wow.
Um,
How terrible.
no, Keats died so young.
Yeah.
I know.
Um, yeah. So anyway, but this is not new to anybody who knows me, and it will certainly not be new to our colleagues and friends from France.
Sure.
But it is. But I think we're working the same side of the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like we're simpatico. Just to
Yeah,
use
absolutely.
use a little of my French, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, but and so that's the thing that I just find so interesting. I've loved that quote ever since it was mentioned, which is the idea of the novel being the great art form was originally denigrated as childish, silly nonsense, right? And now the novel is saying those video games, they are the childish, silly nonsense.
Right.
And it's very ironic and interesting, considering that we know that games will eventually, we know they will eventually be considered in the same way that film and television is considered. They will be, and they will have their advent of becoming a legitimate media art form. And it's not an if, it's a when. And the when is soon, I would imagine.
100. I mean, it is unavoidable. I think that digital narrative, writ large, visual novels, video games, that in the way that the film and television were the great narrative forms of the 20th century, the novel was the great narrative form of the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think not I don't think video games will have a long duration in history because video games are really depending on technology. But books are really heavy and it can survive to time. If you try to play a game which has 10 years or 20 years, your computer cannot.
Although you can actually still play, my first publications were text adventures published in 1985, and I can still play those, and I can actually play those now in virtual reality.
Right.
So, and books are made of paper, right? Like your window breaks and the wind blows in, and your books are mush. Or as in the Boxer Rebellion, you end up using them you pile them in the window casings so that the boxers' bullets are stopped by them. Yeah, I mean the book is a great technology, but it's limited in many of the ways other technologies are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, a book is just a book is a great random access technology, but you probably don't use it as a random access device except in very specialized circumstances.
Right.
So we don't even use the book in its primary function, which is random access. We tend to use it as a serial access device. So and what do we even call a book anymore, right? I haven't published a paper book in like 10 years. Yeah, better than that. And the paper book was very much the smaller part of that publication. So lionizing the book seems problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that what we're talking about right now ultimately is just there's one side of it is suggesting that the games by their inherent nature become obsolete, like they fall into a state of obsolescence. But I think that the reason why they're falling into a state of obsolescence is because of the fact that people don't take them seriously as narrative medium art forms.
Individual games, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think individual games, but that's true
of books as well.
99.9% of all books.
Right. I mean, like who reads Willa Cather? Who reads Willa Cather now? I mean,
you, Dylan.
I love Willa Cather. I'm not saying that Willa Cather's not worthy of being read. I love Willa Cather, but what I'm saying is that that's a great writer who is lost to time. Like unless you are as invested in books and fiction and the history of fiction therein, you're not going to run across Willa Cather. You know what I mean? But that's all to say. Once again, I'm not saying like Willa Cather's not worthy. I think she's a brilliant writer, and it's amazing to me.
Messing with you.
Okay, you scared me.
But I think as books used to be only for rich people or people being into religion. Sorry for my English, but it's a bit approximative. But I guess
Yeah,
you
no,
get
it's fine.
it. It was only for a small group of persons,
Mm-hmm.
and the contents were dedicated to those people. And nowadays, after Gutenberg and centuries and centuries,
Mm-hmm.
there are so many books. You can have books without a word. You can have books with only one word, without a e, like what George Perec did.
Mm-hmm.
You have so many books for so many different audiences.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same video games. When it was first created, it was maybe only for kids, but you can many different uses have been developed,
Mm-hmm.
and now video games can be used to tell stories, can be used to teach, can be used to help people go over their psychosis,
Mm-hmm.
to heal people. So it's the same thing. Like this art developed and found new ways of finding audiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think that partially this is due to like, so with fiction, with book fiction, what we have is we have the ivory towers. We have Southern Illinois University. We have Toulouse University. We have many other universities who preserve the history of.
The same.
Absolutely.
Really.
100%. They're the same school. But you have
It's a
these.
joke at our expense, not yours.
Yes.
Trust me, we're not.
Yeah, we're making fun of SIU. We're not making fun of
It's,
Toulouse.
it's a cow college. I'm basically a cow. So we're worked out.
But the ivory towers of the world preserve this art form. They preserve the book art form, right? And video games don't have that. The ivory tower is not preserving these works. It's not. It doesn't hire scholars to maintain them with white gloves to make sure that the games of the 1980s still run on current machines. They could be made to run on current machines, absolutely. It's just as this medium is maturing, so too will all of the things around it, right? So we tend to forget about, I mean, there's many early films that are lost to time, many early television shows that are lost to time, many early books that are lost to time, because at the time they weren't being preserved by the ivory tower. And
and even when they are, right? I mean, the library at Alexandria burned apparently more than once.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. And so in a sense, I actually think that video games may end up being preserved even better, considering that we have better preservation technologies now than we did then. Where, yeah, I mean, they're like GOG, for example, the competitor to Steam, the largest gaming platform on in the world. GOG, they go through games from the 80s and 90s and they fix them and then they sell them. They fix them so that they will run on current generation machines, and then they sell them for like, $5. And these are legendary games from that time period. So I find that just a very interesting carryover, because clearly there's people who believe that this is going to eventually work, right? There's people who believe that people will study game design, or they'll study video games as a medium, and the professors will say, well, okay, well, so you really like the Assassin's Creed series, but now you need to go back and play Baldur's Gate, because that was the progenitor of the story RPG, right? And so, and to your point about gamified learning, Valentine, I'm very interested in gamified learning. I think it's fascinating.
All that interests me anymore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the idea of well, so let's can we get into
Yeah.
Insularum Raiders?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. We're all us academics talking theory. Let's actually play the game. Let's
Let's cut the shit.
Okay. Jeez.
Okay.
Stop to share my screen.
Yes, that would be
Yes,
perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody can see. By the way, Matthew, if you're watching still, there is no way I'm going to be able to run.
Ballard says that the sound is okay
Okay.
for him.
Okay, good.
And you can let him in. Oh, he doesn't know how to join the Discord. Never mind.
Yeah.
We're not going to go through that.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna. Sorry,
Damn it,
Ballard. I love you, Ballard. I love you, buddy. You're probably the one who speaks the Latin the best of the three of us, but I can't get you in here.
I'm way better at Latin. Are you kidding?
Okay, so everybody can see the game. Everybody can see Insularum Raider.
I do.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
My pen to write how many times you will die.
Yes. Okay. Good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm quite adept.
And when you die, you have to restart everything.
I have to start all the way over.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
So this really is like the 1980s video game,
yes,
right?
yes.
I mean, because those things were brutal, man. You play for like 5 hours and then you slip up and die.
And get to
It's just
start
like,
over.
Back to the opening screen.
It's very fun with students. With students, it's very fun to when they die and everybody say ha ha ha, and he has to restart everything.
So, before we get going though, Insularum Raider, I didn't realize that you had made this as a reference to Tomb Raider until you told me.
Yes.
So, I don't know what Insularum means. Island, right?
Insula is island.
I see.
Yeah,
Island.
plural, it's a
Plural. Yes.
plural possessive, right? Yeah.
You
Okay.
are the rider of islands.
I see. Okay, so here's another thing. Because I don't have a French keyboard, I have to play this game very differently. Because the buttons,
French keyboard's different.
yeah, Z is where W is. So in order to move forward, I have to press Z, which is below A.
Crazy. That's madness.
Yeah. So it's very interesting because I can't move how my keyboard is designed. So
Is this a Unity? Was
This
this
is-
developed in Unity?
With Unreal Engine.
Unreal. Okay.
yeah.
Seems like more and more people are going to Unreal.
Yeah, I was wondering why you went with Unreal, Etienne.
I think Unreal Engine is more beautiful.
Oh,
and
I see.
It has a very precise shadow and lightning.
I
And
see.
Unity has not these shadows and lightning effects.
I see. So this is this you? I was wondering if this is supposed to be you.
Definitely is.
Yes,
There's
yes.
Okay. All
no
right.
question.
Yes. I wear my shirt.
Oh, you are wearing your shirt. Oh my god. And you have a video about how you got this character into Unreal, yeah?
No.
On your YouTube? I thought I saw it on your YouTube that you.
I try to put another guy in another video game, not this.
Oh, I see. So you collect the owls. I know this. And
Oh, you have one of 10 owls.
yes.
Here
Uh-oh.
you can understand the story.
I don't have audio from the game.
Oh.
Is it?
One moment.
Maybe. I mean, they may have it on the Twitch. I don't know. Through Discord, I'm not getting the.
Interesting. Why would that be the case?
The whole song.
Go ahead, Etienne. I'm sorry.
Yes, I heard the whole song because it's more high.
Yeah.
It's higher. Music
Oh,
is
I know
lower.
what it is. I know what it is. I physically turned the game down on my Windows machine. That's why you can't hear it. You can hear it now, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ping me.
People can hear it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just turn it back down. Okay, so hic AO. Does that mean continue or unpause?
No.
Continue.
Continue? Okay. Oh, you were just messing with me, Ping me. That's rude.
initio is beginning.
Oh, I see.
You have to restart.
She went away. Where did she go?
Yes, yes, yes. She appears only once.
Oh, I see. Okay.
If you yes. Ah, no, no.
Oh yeah, and these goats. Yeah. These goats are absolutely hilarious. They just chase you around. I don't know why they follow you, but it's super funny.
It's an hospital. Yes.
Aww.
All are injured.
The goats are injured?
Owls.
The owls.
Oh,
The
I
owls.
see. The owls. Yes, yes. Okay.
Dylan.
I thought I heard they. Um Oh, these are new models. I didn't see these last time I played. Oh yeah, she's running around. I don't think I can speak with her.
No, no, no. You can speak with her.
And so this game is designed to help children learn Latin, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
I see. So Pinkney, go ahead. You
Nope,
speak Latin.
Nope, this is no. A, never spoke Latin. B, I want to see if this is about teaching Latin. See what you do here.
Utuales means how do you do?
Oh.
Locus is in which place are we? Two is you.
You, okay.
Exeo is means
Leave,
I
exit.
want to
Exit.
go out.
I see. Leave, right, okay.
Yeah, that's just the first person of exit.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, so Lucas,
Where am I?
Ubisum.
Ubisum. Locus sic est insula latina. In insula latina humani omnes latine locuntur. Everybody speaks Latin here.
Oh, I see.
She
Okay.
says.
Okay, S2.
Who are you? Tranquilla dea sum. Tranquilla est humana. I am a servant of the goddess.
Of Athena.
Yes, yes.
I see. And so do you teach this alongside in your classroom? Like do you sign this game as homework?
Not homework. In class, we study dialogues.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You were asking what is noctua, noctuae.
Mm-hmm.
The girl is saying noctua, noctua.
Yeah.
Quid is what? Te adjuvo, non te adjuvo. I want to help you, or I don't want to help you.
I see.
Find my holes. She said.
I see.
And behind her, you can see a big Athena.
Yep.
And here, a little Poseidon.
Yes, little
On the
Poseidon.
right. Yes, yes.
Little Poseidon, and then
Yes.
her.
And
It's a beautiful model.
You understand?
I love the model.
Yes, it's the real statue of Athens. Yes.
And is it in proportion? Is it
No, I don't know. I know it's 5 meter tall. The real statue.
That's
Maybe
pretty.
it's bigger than.
Yeah, I bet that's not. Yeah, because that's what, like, not quite 17 feet, something like that.
Yeah, and that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah, 17 feet's 2 stories. I bet. Yeah, it's not 2 stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be about 17 feet. That's really cool.
Yeah. I'm amazed at how well it's scaled and like the detail in it.
I want this in VR then.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I say about everything, but I want to see that statue in VR. That
Yep.
would be.
I didn't realize this sculpture. I take this. It was free in a website.
Oh yeah. J'aime Bondi. What does that mean? I've wanted to know since I started playing.
I like to jump.
Oh, okay.
He's
J'aime
happy.
Bondi.
He's always happy.
When I played this the first time, I said it so many times. I was walking around my house saying "J'aime Bondi," "Etileo Dakara," or whatever the other one is.
Suddenly, some like French demon appears.
Yeah.
Here you
Right.
have a map. Look at the map
Oh yeah.
on your right. Yes. You will understand where you are.
Yeah, this helped quite a bit. The Navicula and Prima
It's,
Insula.
on your left, you have Navicula.
Yes.
Navicula is a little navis.
Mm-hmm.
Navicula is
It's a
little boat.
Little,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, and there's the first island, and then there's the.
Yes,
It's
yes.
the map of the islands, and there's the first
Yes.
island. I saw the final island. I don't know where.
Yeah, the final island is over there with that giant statue on it. We'll get a look at that.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll get a look at
That would
that.
look awesome in VR.
Oh, it would be amazing. The statue is actually incredible in this game. Let's see.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, I wish I could move the camera here so I could look at the map up here.
Ah,
Let's see.
there is only one
What?
good answer.
It's not Hercules.
Let's go see Diana.
Yes, you are right. It's a good answer.
I'm full of good answers. Just nobody ever asked the right question. Oh, I hit him in the head with the oar.
Yep, she
Brutal.
She-
Brutal.
she smacked him good. Oh, there's more goats.
More-
Oh no.
They're waiting for you.
Oh yes, yes.
Ugh. Okay, I'm not dead. Whew. I tried to jump out of the boat, but I tripped. And now the goats are following me around. Ow.
There you
Cool.
go. Sounds kind of like a whippoorwill.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Like a,
Yeah.
when you bump into it, it's like a whippoorwill.
Yeah, the like.
Yeah.
The statues
You
are.
are on a platform which is the same as in the Louvre Museum of Paris.
Oh yeah.
In the Louvre, you have a strange platform with this shape.
Interesting. And then it eventually, yeah, it rises back up.
That is so cool.
Yeah, the statues are great.
Goes slowly.
So you can get
you
a.
can admire the sculptures.
Fall off.
Not yet. I need to get the owl. I need to prove to Etienne that I can play this game without dying.
Okay. Great.
Did you get it?
I got the owl. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 60% of the way through your owls. Oh.
Oh, is.
Oof.
Jim Bundy.
So,
Yes.
I love it. I say it all the time. Now that I know what it means, it's going to be even more fun.
Thanks to you, I changed these stairs.
Oh, yeah?
They were more little in the beginning.
Mhm.
I put them very large.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
easier, I think.
Yes, it is much easier now.
Yes.
That model is amazingly detailed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
These scans are just unbelievable. Huh.
So
Amazing.
It's completely new then. Yes.
I was wondering when Pinkney would make the penis joke. I knew it was gonna happen.
I've just been waiting, man. I was kind of hoping Sarah would meet me there.
Not
Do, do,
today.
do you see what happens?
Yes, it's healing. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Hey.
yes. And what do you hear?
Ooh.
I hear singing. I'm not sure what the song
Yes,
is.
yes. It's my students.
Oh, it's your students that are singing.
Aw.
Yes, yes, yes. We're all singing.
That's great.
So, and that's the first declension in front of you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very cool. I didn't know that was your students. That song's changed, yeah? Didn't you use a different song in the previous version?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I didn't write lyrics. It's a French singer who writes lyrics.
I see.
I only put my music and song.
Hercules. I remember Hercules being the second one.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ascentio. All right, let's
I
go.
agree.
Is this boat fast? I remember one of the boats was incredibly fast. Like
Yeah. I tried to slow.
it was like
But-
unnerving. I mean, we're hauling ass. We're
The way you get slapped in the back of the head with that oar freaked me out.
yeah.
Good.
Okay, and this is the first test.
You don't know the game.
Cave Canem.
Stay away from the dog.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, beware the dog.
Oh.
Rosa Mamat.
Canis unam rosam amat et tu duas rosas quae. I don't translate. You will see. You have.
Oh
you have
no.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dog
We're
loves
screwed.
dog loves roses. So,
The dog loves roses.
yeah,
Okay.
the dog is a rose fanatic.
There's a dog in there.
It's right around the corner. Well, you don't have a rose.
You,
Maybe
you,
give it a rose.
you're a cheater. You're a cheater.
I'm not cheating.
You have to meet him.
Can you get up on
Okay,
top
I'll go
there
meet
and
him.
Get those roses, because you have to get the
So
roses.
when he runs, don't move.
Okay. All right. If this makes me
No,
die.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Dylan, it's worth telling Dylan not to panic. Dylan is
Yes,
always
it
panicking.
beats you once.
Ah.
But if you run, it beats you each time.
Oh.
And you will die. So,
Oh my
so
God.
you start to run once and you don't stop. Okay?
I
Don't
see.
stop.
And what
Indeed.
breed of dog? Like, is that a Roman breed?
Yeah. I try to find. Yes. It's
Which breed is it?
Looks kind of like a pit bull. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember, but I think it's a Roman dog. Yes, you have one rose and 2 rows.
Yes. Oh, okay. So follow the rose. Okay.
Yes, but how many rows?
Right.
Oh,
'cause
one.
you're looking for 2 roses.
Right. Right.
Yes.
And that was all revealed in the
Right.
Latin.
Dui rosae. Yeah.
Do I rosae? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad Pinkney's here. Oh, and we have a healing fountain.
It's not everybody says that.
We get to hear his students again. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, and the sound is spatialized.
Oh, is it
Yes,
really?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
See, I'm telling you, man, this is made for VR.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, I would actually think this game would be really interesting in VR.
Be really good because it's got those great statues and
Mhm.
it uses a lot of like angles.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know how you can move in VR. You can walk.
Oh, we would. Yeah, we could easily do that. Yeah,
Yeah, you could walk. Yeah.
Yeah, you could walk or you could teleport, teleport around, and just not let the player teleport over top things.
To code this.
Dylan, yeah, Dylan can do that.
Yeah. Jump up here, and then be very careful.
Oh, yeah, don't fall off.
Oh, oh!
You trying to slap it?
He's going into his jumping animation. There we go. All right. On to, I think, the final island.
Yes, it's very difficult there.
Yeah, the jumping puzzle. This is probably the most difficult. Yep. Let's see, which one? We gotta go on this one. Oh, there she goes. She's going across the water again.
Man,
Oh my god.
wow.
Yeah, she's very fast. I love that they go that fast, though. It makes me very happy. So this is a trick. You can't actually jump that far. I'm not falling for that trick, Etienne. No way, no how. Oh, no!
Oh no.
Get out of the water!
Oh,
Etienne! Oh,
That was close.
you tricked me again, Etienne. You tricked me again. I did. How do you say I'm terrified?
It's the subtext of this show.
Yeah.
You do it when you're scared. I'm just old.
Yeah, it really just depends on who you are.
Yeah, that is correct. 100%. Best invention ever. Let's get through a whole class.
And then we go on our victory tour up here where we get the final 2 owls and see the
You really checked out on this, Dylan.
Yeah, I mean I play all the games for the jam.
Yeah, no, I know, but this one in particular, you've really done your homework.
Yeah.
Man, can we look up at the? Oh, is it Laocoon? Or I don't know what his room. Yeah, he's just Laocoon.
We get some nice music. Oh yeah, Laocoon. Trojanus.
Yeah. I was gonna say I didn't think he had a. I didn't think he was known as anything but Laocoon. I like him sort of hanging out.
Yeah.
He's got a really good idle animation.
Yeah, he does. He seems very happy about where he is.
Yeah, he's really energetic. Like usually they're just sort of swaying or, they kind of crouch. But,
Yeah.
but this dude is loving it.
You don't find the old.
Oh yeah. I saw one of them over there, so I'll get that one. I thought that there was.
We had to go see the huge statue.
Yeah.
Do you know this story?
Yeah, he's the guy who drew attention to the noise inside the Trojan horse. Right? Yeah.
You don't have the old.
Yeah, there's one in there, and then I can't remember where the other one is.
And so, and serpents came up out of the ocean and got him and his sons, right?
Laocoon.
Laocoon.
All right. I might need a hint. I don't know where the second to last owl is.
Remember about Diana in the Danae Island. Where do you find the owl? It's the same. Around Diana.
Diana. I can't remember where Diana is.
No, it's you're not far.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
far.
But I'm missing two owls. I see the one in there. He's just kind of
Yes.
hovering. Okay, we'll go.
Maybe take. Don't go there now.
Don't go
Go
here
to
now.
the. Don't go. No.
Okay.
It's the last. It's the last.
Yeah.
You can, but
But then I won't get the last owl, Etienne. I won't get the last owl.
I'll fall off.
Oh,
this
man,
cliff.
I don't like this kind of thing.
I know.
You don't like the height?
Yeah, I just
Stop.
and going, going. You know, the thing gets narrower and narrower,
Stop it.
people who torment other people near the edges of cliffs. Like, I think doesn't the magician's nephew start that way?
Probably. I'm not sure who the magician's nephew is, but
It is chronologically the first in the in C.S. Lewis's Narnia Chronicles,
oh, I see.
but not the first book published, nor is it actually the first book you should read, although many people insist.
Hmm.
you have to take the platform. Yes. You
Really?
don't have. Yes.
I didn't
You
see it
don't
up there.
look. You don't look around you.
Oh,
didn't look.
I missed it.
You have to look. Yes.
I think I see it now.
He
Dylan.
doesn't look around him in real life.
Neither,
either,
no.
Man. He's,
I walk around with blinders on everywhere I go.
he doesn't, you know. He
I
definitely
see you.
doesn't recognize
Yes,
people who know
yes.
him well.
I see the owl. I'm coming to get you.
Now you have eyes to see,
Yes.
owls to hear.
It's. Oh.
Oh!
Yes, you can click Alteras Noctuas Quero. It means I want to continue and find the other holes.
I see.
Parwa Victoria is Little Victory.
After I clicked continue, it changed the camera movement. There's the camera movement
Yeah.
isn't tied to the mouse now, which is kind of
There are
interesting.
some bugs.
Yeah. Oh, the dancing. I forgot.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice.
Yeah, go dance
Yeah.
with him.
Oh yeah.
They are dancing for you.
And you're dancing for them.
You are a winner.
And what a prize.
Magna Victoria.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can take your vote. You can click continue. Oh. Salve, good answer. Not in Ultima Insula es omnes noctuas aves. You are in the last island. Do you have all the holes? Do you have decem means 10?
Oh,
minus
yes.
decem is
Less than 10. Yeah.
10, and centum is a lie. If you say centum,
Ah.
Yeah.
I have 10.
yes.
Should have tried to tell him you had $100.
Latinae linguae magister quoque es. You are a big master of Latin language.
Of Insularum Raider and the Latin language.
Yay!
Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh no!
No. Ah, you. Yeah,
Oh no.
no.
Oh,
You
right.
don't-
No problem.
No problem.
That's what happens when you're Latin.
Yes, you
Master
didn't
the Latin.
find an Easter egg. There are an Easter egg.
No.
Yes, when you continue on your left, here on your left.
Oh, yes. I saw the statue from up. The music
Yes.
still goes.
There are a Polyphemus head, Cyclops,
Oh wow!
and
Ooh.
someone who is waiting for you.
And Elon Musk.
Yes. He,
with a Cybertruck.
yes. Can you
Wow,
hear can you hear him?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, it's hard to hear him over the music, but I can hear him talking. It is so realistic you will not be able to tell the difference between
Yes,
reality and
yes,
the game.
yes.
Oh.
I like this idea that game is more realistic than life
Yes,
sometimes. Yes.
the
Especially
simulation
the
theory.
dance at the end.
Yeah.
That was just so I couldn't tell that wasn't happening.
But yeah, I think it's great. I think it's very interesting. It's a very interesting game, and I think it's a very ambitious project to take on for a single developer. Um,
Oh my
to
God, yes.
to go about trying to make a trying to make ludic text, right? Ludology text be educational.
Yeah,
I
yeah. It's like that. How do you mix the pedagogical and the ludological?
Yeah, right. And I think it does a very good job. And have you considered doing what I was mentioning earlier, where you have like hovering over words would give you um, certain translations and stuff like that?
Trying to add an inventory system, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't succeed for now.
Mm-hmm. And Valentine, have you played this?
No, I haven't played it yet,
Yeah.
but I can admit it's really good
Yeah.
and really funny. And I did study Latin years and years ago, so I think it would be a good way for me to go back to Latin words and language. What is great is that it's making it alive, and Latin is not only the language and the words and etymological stuff, it's also all the cultural things around it, and the
Right.
game is giving life to it, putting it into life. So it's like amazing.
It's the idea.
Right.
Yes, you asked how to teach Latin with a game. Yes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
My old way is to study grammar and to learn every tables with rosa, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to learn every tables and then you have to understand the language. But now Latin there is a discussion, and a new way to teach Latin is to teach Latin as a living language
Mm-hmm.
with big is the goal is not to speak really Latin, but when you can speak a language, you can write it and you can understand it. You can more understand it when you can speak this language than when you learn about tables.
Yeah.
Yes, and how to to do Latin as a living language. You can speak Latin, but not every day, and you don't find a lot of Latin speakers. There are no films. I was looking for films, but there are even films about Roman or Greek. They don't is they aren't in Latin or Greek language.
Do the
So you
Romans
have a
in do the Romans in uh, the that Mel Gibson uh, movie about the stages of the cross? Uh,
The passion.
yes, thank you, the Passion. With
Yeah.
the yeah, but the Romans in that speak Latin,
I speak
uh,
Latin.
but there
Yes.
I
aren't
don't
many of them.
remember.
I mean, it's just well, they speak a lot of Aramaic, and I guess
Mm-hmm.
there's some Hebrew, but my
Mm-hmm.
my my memory tells me that uh, that like Pontius Pilate uh, speaks Latin.
I don't know
That
this
would
film. Okay.
that would be right, I would think.
Mm. Yeah. Well, and it would be probably in brief snippets of, kind of background dialogue, not so much a film.
Yeah, I mean, what's he? Yeah, I mean, he's just saying things like, you know,
Go to the,
t-
Crucify.
yeah.
right, take this
Um,
guy, and nail him to a tree.
yeah.
With movies are very expensive. You have to a lot of people who is working for you, and a video game you can be two or three or even one, and you can do this. It's
Hmm.
not like a movie.
Right.
Have you, Etienne? Have you tried the what I forget what they call it? It's not the museum mode, but it's sort of like that in uh, uh,
Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed.
Creed Odyssey.
Yes, yes, yes. I like it,
Really,
but
so great.
you can't use it in class because Assassin's Creed is requires a real computer, a big computer, very expensive, and in in middle school or high school you have a cheap computer, and in
But
Insularum right there,
is it on
yes.
console or is it just
It's on console, yes.
yeah, I was going to say, I mean, yeah, we'll ship you
A PlayStation.
PS4.
You you
we'll, we'll
you
just
don't
send you.
have any PlayStation in school.
Yeah.
Yes, you only have a cheap computer, and my game runs in cheap computer.
And so that was the
And
Oh, no.
intention.
I'm not suggesting. No. You've done something that is unique. Um, I just
Yeah.
wondered if you had seen that because it's it's interesting to see that other people actually have these same interests, right?
Right.
That and that the Assassin's Creed people are interested in imparting knowledge as well as right. There really is both the ludological and the pedagogical impulse.
Yes. Right.
And that I mean, it's really neat, and they go so well together,
Right.
and and always have, right? I mean, the way we educate people now in rows of rows of chairs and desks and a teacher standing at the front of it, right? That's a pretty new thing, right? Yeah, I mean that's a sort of 18th and 19th century Germanic tradition in
Like
which
classroom structure.
right. I
Yeah.
mean, and Henry Ford brought it to the United States because he thought it would make really good, really good assembly line workers.
Right.
Some minimal level. So, I mean, there's nothing optimal about the way we teach people now.
Right.
And in fact, there are many things that are, I mean, how much more are students going to enjoy this game? Even if it weren't as good as it is, and even if it weren't as fun as it is, they'd rather be playing a game, than listening to some yammerhead go amo amas ama, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
and I think that for university, as for Etienne and Latin teacher or teachers in general, and Etienne, who is the one who created this game, he had the idea of this game. It's his original idea, and he's made it all by his own. And now he's being supported by uni because instead of complaining that kids only play video games, that it's only entertainment and no use, just we should just accept that yes, love gaming. So instead of complaining, we have to give them good games and
Mm.
educational, pedagogical games made with a high idea of what teaching is, of what the discipline is,
Mm.
Latin here, and that is a way to go forward and to change things.
Mm.
nope, I
Yep.
agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's I got tired of the way creative writing was being taught in the United States and the way everybody teaches it, and it totally ignored since the gaming industry, which hires more writers every year than any other industry on the planet.
Mm.
And more composers and more coders and more artists, but we just wouldn't acknowledge it. and I was interested in virtual reality and simulation. So Dylan and I basically started this lab.
Yeah.
And Sarah, then we started an audio lab for podcasting, and Sarah did some really successful podcasting and still is.
Mm-hmm.
She's asleep. She's a narcoleptic. Sarah, and she just falls asleep in the middle of podcasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, it's the same sort of thing. We just and now we've got a now we've got a lab. We've got square footage, and we've got we really do have when you talk about not having good computers, like we've got excellent computers.
Yeah. We got
And
a
it
lot of
makes a huge
funding.
yeah, a lot of Alienwares, and I
Mm.
mean I'm sitting here,
Okay.
that's my Alienware, uh, and
Very expensive, yes.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's about a $5,000 machine.
Yeah. Well, and it was, I
Uh,
mean, that was because it all started with, a couple of computers with a couple of microphones and a couple of this and a couple of that. And then the more and more we showed the success it was having with students, the more the easier it became to convince the university to give us more money so that we could expand on the project, right? Because the only reason why they're not taking it seriously is because they haven't been given a reason to take it seriously. And
I agree.
so when we give them the reason to take it seriously, they go, "Oh, well, this is brilliant."
Right.
It's the same thing with VR. Like Pinckney and I and Matt, who isn't here today, but well, no, he's gonna probably stream right after us. But Pinckney and I and Matt, we were going around Southern Illinois putting VR headsets on people to explain to them how powerful it is, right? And we started by just buying our own VR and doing it with our own VR. Like it was the only way that we could do it because we couldn't get the university to front it for us.
Right. But then they realized, you know, that young people, as you say, right, young people like video games, and so they'll sign up for courses that are gamified or partly gamified, or that have part of their purpose as actually creating games,
Mm-hmm.
and creating digital narratives. And so it's just a way to communicate, and and so that's what we do now.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for my part of our pedagogy at Southern Illinois and for the lab, it's all gamification all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I prepared a slide for the making of.
Oh, you did?
Yes, can
Go
I
ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
share
good,
it?
please,
Yes.
please do.
Yeah, we can close on this because I sense that we're
Share,
coming to the end.
And Matt will want to jump on the channel.
share,
Yeah.
and yes. Do you see now?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Um,
He has. It's kind of goes back and forth. Now I don't have it.
There we go.
Yeah. uh,
yes, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Now I see
Yes.
it.
Okay. I started to develop the game last year during pandemic. Yes, in March 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But first, I didn't want to create a game. I want to create a virtual exhibition.
Mm.
Yes, because I didn't think I could create a game. Yes, I think it was for professional and scientists. But
Yeah.
so I tried some virtual exhibitions with a website which called Steps. Art Steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I was not happy with it. You can move only slowly. You can't jump. I find
And we know.
J'aime
jumping.
Say it, Dylan.
Bondi.
Yes. It's some basic of game is jumping is really a fun thing, and in real life you can't jump like this, and
Sure.
you can't reach anything by jumping, but in game you can,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel free when you can jump so high. S- I give up with virtual exhibition, and I try another engine. I tried
You
CryEngine,
tried CryEngine?
Yeah.
CryEngine. Yes, I tried CryEngine. I saw that. CryEngine,
Was
and
that right?
uh,
CryEngine is did they? That's the is that the Far Cry?
It's Crisis.
Oh,
yes,
Crisis.
yes,
Yeah.
That's
yes,
right.
yes,
Crisis. Yeah.
yes.
Just a yeah.
With CryEngine, you have some possibilities, and I find it beautiful.
Yeah.
You have a lot of trees and vegetation, but I saw some problems because CryEngine don't want us to do serious games. I read their legal, I don't know, uh,
General
poli-
conditions.
politics,
What did you say,
and
Valentine? Sorry.
I was just suggesting a general condition of use.
Hmm.
Is it what
uh,
you read?
Yeah. Right.
yes, yes, maybe, and I don't succeed to do an executable and dot exe
Mm-hmm.
exe,
Exe.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, I don't find and I maybe you can't do this alone, yes,
CryEngine
and
is famously hard. CryEngine's an incredibly
yes,
difficult
yes,
engine. Yeah.
maybe. And then I tried Unity, but I find it not. I don't find it really beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and I find beauty is important in game. Yes, what you see, a video game is for the eyes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tried Unreal Engine. Um, I don't like I like personally FPS when you have a gun in front of you, but I think for students it's not good. Yes,
Mm.
I don't want they to kill each other. Yes, and
Yeah.
so I think
They
to
go around
about
killing the owls.
Yeah. They shoot the
yes,
owls.
no.
That's the American adaptation.
Yes, of Insularum Raider. Yes.
Toss
So I
we'll toss dynamite at the owls.
no. I tried. I like walk simulator. Yes, do you? It's
Mm-hmm.
the good name. Yes,
Yeah.
walk simulator,
Hmm.
walk
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
simulation. Yes, you only have to walk and to see around you, and then I finally think that a real video game, not walking only, but when you can jump and pick up some things, yes, it is a good way, and maybe it can be you can teach with a game, yes.
Yeah.
So so
Well,
I add
this
some
game too.
variables,
You
yes,
should create a Switch version of
yes,
this,
yeah,
right? Because it'd
I
be great on the Switch as
Mm.
it is
maybe.
now. I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to pay to be in on Switch store.
Maybe a
Unreal
little bit.
Engine,
Yeah.
yes. Each .io and Unreal Engine are completely free.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you have the game now. Yes, yes. I have done. Yes. I can show you some of my students' works of my students. Yes.
Please.
Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, but I ask there to draw some Poseidon and Athena,
Mm-hmm.
and and I put them on a marble texture and on a 3D object,
Mm-hmm.
and and now you have some frescoes on the temples in the game. Yes, so it's the students who did this. Yes.
That's very cool.
Who, yes, we did music.
So
Yes,
we can find this on SoundCloud.
yes.
Oh,
The
that's cool.
song is here.
That's very cool.
Yes, and maybe I want to speak with you about the future and maybe what you can because Dylan said me you have you can record voices.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes. I want to add another character in the game. Uh, Another main character that you can move,
Mm.
but I want him to speak not French.
You want to speak
Yes,
English? Yeah.
yes, speak English.
We can find
So
people who speak English.
Yeah,
so
we know a few.
We know some of them.
yes. So
Oh,
so
Sarah's
I'm
gone
looking
back to
for
sleep again. That's so sweet.
yes.
She just drifts off.
I'm looking for someone who can say j'aime bondir in English.
Yeah.
Yes, I like to jump or
I like jumping.
every
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes,
nominate
yes.
Dylan. Dylan's a good character actor.
I am. Yeah, I actually do it quite a
Uh,
bit.
yeah, and so Sarah
Yeah.
actually. If you want a woman,
Yes, maybe a woman, yes. But
Sarah knows some women.
yes. Okay.
Some of my friends are women.
Yeah.
Some of them.
In the game you have a lot of women. Every priestess are women, and you have
Yes.
only one male.
Yeah.
Yes.
As
If
it should
I,
be.
I like
but
both
but
sides.
but you,
My kind of game.
it's possible. Yes.
Well, so
It's
yeah, no,
possible.
we'd be happy to figure out, if you need voice acting and
Mm-hmm.
or
Yes.
anything
Yes.
like
Yes.
that, we can do a whole localization if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd be happy to work with you on localizing it for the U.S.
Totally.
And I've got friends in various classics departments, weirdly enough, including here. We have really cool classics props here, so it'd be fun to get an English version of it and show it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I was thinking Mont Allen would love this
Mont
game.
Allen. Well, we should have had Mont on the show today
Yeah, we should have.
instead of Dylan.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you guys could all fend for yourselves, figuring out how to stream.
Okay, David Ballard says I would do that.
Oh yeah,
And
David Ballard's a great
he
actor.
says in response to doing voices. Yeah, so and he's a guy with a lot of voiceover experience. He narrated a very long.
Very long book. Yeah.
Maybe a boy and a girl. It's possible
Mhm.
the
Right.
two
Sure.
possibilities. Yes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we have plenty of students.
No,
Plenty.
no, no. That's the kind of thing we don't have any difficulty doing is getting people to volunteer their time and do stuff. And we've got plenty of places for recording
Mm-hmm.
and that sort of thing. And Dylan's really good with audio. So
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to translate what the priestess say.
Yeah.
She speaks only Latin, but we can translate what the
The
main
player.
characters say.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Makes sense. And Ballard speaks a lot of Latin, so.
No, he doesn't. Ballard. Every time I've tested Ballard on basic Latin, it's been a disappointment.
Yeah, it has been a disappointment. We're just making fun of a fellow student of ours. We just.
Well, he's
It's-
not a fellow student of mine. He's a I don't know what he is of mine.
Yeah, I suppose he graduated.
Well, no, I think he's still in the MFA. I'm not sure.
He came in with
Ballard,
me.
come up in the chat. Are you still in the MFA, or did you graduate?
No, he
Oh, no,
got
he's
it.
not graduating until December. No,
It's-
he hasn't defended yet.
It's because he's too busy learning Latin
That's probably it.
for his upcoming role in Insularum Raider.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we have many people. We've just heard from at least 3 or 4 people who want to be part of the American localization of Insularum Raider. And
You can use it. Is there some Latin teacher in
yeah.
your university?
Yep,
Yes.
Mont Allen.
Yes.
Sarah mentioned him, even though she's asleep. She
It's
spoke,
amazing what I can do.
yeah, she spoke about Mont Allen, and he's a very dynamic faculty member, and he's a member of the classics faculty.
Can you speak to him? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah. And what we can also do is put you in touch with him,
Mm-hmm.
and let's get the. I should find my 3D model of Mont. I made
Oh yeah.
I made an avatar of Mont a while ago.
Okay.
So yeah, but no, let's.
In T pose.
Yeah, well, he's actually
Yes.
in A pose, but yeah,
Hey,
It's
pause.
yeah. It's very advanced A pose.
But
Um,
it's simple when he's T pose.
Yeah.
yeah, well, A pose is T pose, but just 45
Ah,
degrees
hey,
down.
okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah. Ah is you would probably call it
okay.
ah
I
Yeah.
think
pose.
A is
Yeah.
really close. Yes, big A,
Yeah,
big
Yeah.
A,
Big
big
A.
ah.
big
Yeah.
A.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Ah,
So
magnifique.
yeah, we can just put we'll just link those two emails together. Just send me your email, Etienne
Right. We'll
and
all get in
Valentine.
touch on this, and and let's let's since we're doing the same thing to a certain extent, and since nobody else is doing it, let's keep in touch, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can arrange some international let's try, maybe we put on an international conference
Mm-hmm.
or something like that, right? We could host it out of our lab,
Mm-hmm.
and have you all in, because that's all it takes is if you come and we come, it's suddenly international.
Right.
Yeah, so let's
Yes, yes.
and people in academia freak out, when we go, we're in touch with people at Toulouse University,
right.
and they're like, oh my God, French people, and
Yeah.
they're so excited.
Yeah.
Um,
American
so,
universities just can't get enough of it.
oh,
So
they can't freak out. They're like, oh my God, I love their accents.
yeah, they will love it. They will absolutely love it.
Oh, you have no idea how much
Well,
your accent will cut.
SIU.
Well,
Oh, go ahead,
if
Valentine.
if we can hear you speak French when we'll invite you for a
Yes.
French,
Yes,
we can
absolutely.
then.
Yeah. Well, we'll get Ballard. Ballard speaks French at least as well as he does Latin.
Yes.
So he can be our Franco.
Well, and that SIU gets it would probably be one of the first times that SIU has ever been able to claim that they've done anything international. So it'll be pretty significant.
Well, except with the Chinese, and we're kind of in trouble for that right now.
Oh, are
One of
we?
our one of our math professors is going to federal pen.
What?
SIU is just
No,
stay classy.
we've got a guy who's under federal indictment now.
Oh my
Fantastic.
god.
Yeah.
It really is a good school. It really is.
No,
It
we
just
love it. We love it. It's a silly place, but it's our silly place, and we love it because they let us do literally whatever we want. I
Yeah.
mean, we've done right. I mean,
Yeah.
Sarah wrote a novel that would have gotten her kicked out of any other MFA program.
Yeah.
You would love it. It's like a French novel. It's really dirty.
Yeah.
Uh, and so yeah, I mean, it's great.
This is going
But
off the rails.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nuts.
This
Oh, you
is
mean the show is?
yeah.
Yeah. Are we still broadcasting?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
I just assumed we stopped ages ago.
Nope, we're still
I
going.
kind of assumed we had never started. Am I too close to the camera, by the way?
Yes.
No, not close enough.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So we can see the crow's feet and everything.
We have speed. Uh, eagle's feet.
Yes, eagle's feet. Right. Badass eagle's feet.
Badass eagle's feet. Okay. Well, now that we've completely destroyed our credibility in France as in other parts of the world, this was great. Thank
This is
you
awesome,
so
yeah.
much. Thank you both so much. This was great, and come back on anytime.
Yeah.
Because you might like the show. Like we play video games, and then we just kind of talk about whether they're worthwhile literature or not, and kind of how they, what aspects of literature they tend to, well, I mean, you actually talked about it earlier, but like what Aristotelian qualities they have,
Mhm.
Aristotelian dramatic qualities and poetic qualities. So, it's cool. It'd be great to have either or both of y'all on that show,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
the tone would just go up like
Yeah.
immediately.
Well, and I think it would,
Yeah.
It took us all the way until 4:20 to get ridiculous.
right. We did a very good job
Today. Yeah,
today,
we're
yeah.
usually ridiculous 10 minutes in.
Yeah. It kind of
And
falls apart.
It took us an hour to stop actually talking about anything real.
Yeah. But yeah, this
You're
was actually
You're obviously good for us.
Yeah, this has been awesome. I'm very happy to have had
Yeah,
you both on today.
I've loved this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you both so
Yeah,
much.
this was great. I
Yeah.
loved
And
it.
Insularum Raider is outstanding, and we're
Okay,
excited
thank
to
you.
be involved in doing a localization of it. We are it's a secret, so don't tell anybody. But
Do you want me to stop the
we're
stream right now? Okay, it's not a real secret. Sorry.
no, well, sort of. But is anybody watching the stream? Do we have
I'm assuming
viewers?
some people are. Yeah.
Okay, well, who knows? But we're working to become we want to become the digital publisher for SIU Press and establish a peer reviewed system. And I assume you all have peer review the
Mm-hmm.
same way we do here for tenure
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So what it would be is for something like Insularum Raider. I don't know. Are they giving you credit toward tenure and promotion? Are they counting that as a publication? Um, because what we're proposing is we would create a small, like an indie game publisher essentially, but it would publish things like Insularum Raider, and it would be peer reviewed because it would go through our editorial board, and it would be published under the SIU Press. We would be an imprint of SIU Press. It'd be under the aegis of SIU Press, and then so it would be a peer-reviewed publication.
Right.
And it would so you're not just making an instructional tool, you're actually creating and I don't know, Etienne, are you tenured? I don't know what the system's like in France. I mean, you may be a senior guy, but you just seem young to me. um, it's so we're working toward that, and believe me, Insularum Raider is right in our wheelhouse, and it's the kind of thing we're interested in promoting and helping and funding and getting out into the
Yeah.
so, yeah, the more we can work with you all, the happier we are.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
I think
Thanks a lot.
that could be really good for us as well because we are currently looking for some partners and ways to get some money from some project calls like
Right.
research and development and innovative stuff. So having some partners, especially in the States, it's like
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that would be
We make
that
we
would be
make
very
we make good partners. I mean,
Yeah. I think it's
from
great.
from like 1941 to 45, we were great partners. Us, the Gall,
Yep.
Batman. So yeah, we'll that's a very rude thing to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't mean it in a rude way.
It's just natural. I just
I'm
learned to
sincere.
glaze.
I'm totally sincere.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, French are goddamn heroes.
Absolutely.
But anyway, but no, we would be thrilled to partner with you all on this
Mm-hmm.
and to push it forward as far as we can. It's ambitious, it's smart, it's cool,
Mm-hmm.
and it's exactly the kind of thing we're doing. Like when you said, "Well, I really just thought video games were professionals, but then I decided I would make my own." That's our ethos complete. That's why we're called Neophyte Studios.
Yeah.
Neophyte meaning just absolute beginner, and we want to make this stuff available to anybody,
Right.
who has a good idea and wants to tell a good story.
Right.
So, and I think Insularum Raider is just it's a dead on fit
Right.
for us and what we're doing here. So let's continue to discuss how we can partner and how we can help you.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll call the stream here, but yeah, super exciting. So I'll grab Etienne and Valentine's emails, and then we'll get them all linked up, and we'll get going that way. Sound good? Okay. Well, it's probably super late in France right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
My wife has been asleep for about 2 hours, I think. So, so you two should go. She's in Germany, so you two should go to sleep.
She just
yeah,
like
but German people
yeah,
German go to bed early.
Yeah, that's right. She
yeah.
does.
It's probably good that well, anyway, Sarah's asleep already.
Yeah,
And Dan's been through most of the podcast. So.
yeah, and it's 3:30 here.
Well, great. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank
for
you.
making yourselves available.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Really
Thank
wonderful.
Thank you for having us.
yeah. Thank you. Have a good evening.